Hi, we are the Tarvan Hotel, and presenting to you today is myself, P. Sedogun, Joan Kamau, and Initeme Odike. I will begin by talking about our results at the end of year one and our strategy for year two. So at the end of year one, we had an occupancy of 60%, an average daily rate of $194, and RevPAR of $116 due to our high prices, which also affected our gross operating profit and net profit, which were 41.5% and $2.8 million. Our RE was 10.17% and our market share was 23.12%, which was low compared to our competitors. And in year two, our strategy was as follows. We lowered our room pricing per segment and focused mainly on business, leisure, corporate, tour, and package segments. And for our staffing policy, we decided to lower our wages and increase some benefits by their training to increase competency and ultimately guest satisfaction. We also increased the amount of money we put in advertising in an attempt to capture the other segments like the leisure and tour and the package as well. So we also invested in facilities and services and refurbished our rooms and other aspects. So I will leave it to Joanne to give you the KPIs for the year two.
Okay, so for the results of year two, we can see a significant improvement in our occupancy, which in quarter one is slightly increased to 60.5% and a significant increase of 81.5%. Our ADR and RevPAR slightly decreased as compared to the last year. This is due to our lowering of prices as our new strategy for this year. And though there were decreases in our prices, our GOP and net profit increased as well, respectively, 41.6% in quarter one and 45.9% in quarter two, while profits increased 233,000 to $348,000 in quarter two. Our ROE as well increased due to the overall improvement of our net profit and as well occupancy. And what was the most significant improvement was our market share, which increased from quarter one at 22.3% to 26.06%. Our competency, however, decreased this time due to the lowering of wages. So the further reasons for this change, for these results, is due to generally lowering of our room rates, particularly for the leisure market and as well corporate and other discounted rates. In quarter two especially, we decided to do price dumping, and we used it mainly for our corporate and tour rates, which eventually contributed to our market share change. We also invested in concierge services, which improved our guest service figures, and as well investment in minibar, which improved our F&B revenue. And we as well lowered our salaries, which decreased our overall expenses. I now pass it on to Teme, who will introduce the third quarter strategies.
Okay, finally, we're going to talk about the third quarter strategy. Like my colleagues have said, these are the results from the second quarter. So from this third quarter, we plan on making a decrease in our F&B costs. We're basically going to try and reduce our expenses around the food and beverage department for the restaurants and other outlets. We're also going to slightly increase our room prices so we can acquire a larger market segment. And finally, we're going to invest more in advertising to further increase our market share, be it for the on-tap market and also for the existing markets like business that we have. Thank you very much for your time, and we hope you enjoyed our presentation.